People think that entrepreneurship is all about the business.
That's not true. Absolutely not true. Once you know yourself, who you are, what do you want, what you already know within yourself, you will definitely be successful. That I guarantee you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Personal Development for Entrepreneurs. This is Ikhram and I'm here with my good friend and mentor, Dr. Venga. Today we have another interesting topic to discuss, something that I'm sure many of you go through, and that is we're starting it with a question actually. Why are you angry? Most of us get angry unnecessarily. Most of the time, anger depletes your energy. It sucks the life out of you. When you get angry, your next couple of hours, sometimes your whole day is ruined. So, how do we bring this under control? How do we stop ourselves from being angry, uh, but not bottle everything up within us? For that, I'm going to be asking Dr. Venga to share with us and perhaps discuss with him some questions I have about anger.
Thank you very much. Hi, good evening to all of you. I hope that you have celebrated your Chinese New Year well enough. But you know, the COVID is still around and you have to take care of yourself. Right now, I'm sure, my dear friends, you are very angry with the way things are going on, uh, not only in Malaysia, but also throughout the world. You don't know how to deal with many things that are new to you. You are very angry with the way certain actions are taken by the authorities. I'm sure you're also very, very angry when the fine is going up higher and higher, COVID problem. I'm sure you are. I'm sure we all are. But this is what they call the reality of life. And in life, the only animal, sorry, please forgive me, the only animal that gets the anger is a human being. Animals don't get angry. Plants don't get angry. And even if the animal or the plants do it, they know how to handle anger. In fact, I was very surprised, it suddenly struck on my mind. Do you know they have a movie called Anger Management? There was a
Yes.
movie. Oh,
Yes.
Ikhram, am I right?
Yes, there was. A
There
very
was, huh?
nice. It was a very interesting comedy.
Okay, good. But do you know people hold seminars on anger management in companies and anger management in a very big way. There are many books written on anger management, in management and all that. Did you know that, Ikram?
Yes.
Yes, isn't it? Huh?
Yes.
So it is not a small issue, it's a very big issue.
It's
Okay.
big and it plagues everyone. I've gone through it. I still go through it from time to time. It's very difficult to control. I think being angry makes you very vulnerable. Uh, you immediately expose yourself to uh, you lose control of the situation, of your environment, and it makes you very vulnerable. And I don't think it's something most people enjoy, a situation most people enjoy being in.
But one thing, Ikram, I don't think they even realize that they are getting angry. It doesn't come poof like that, no? For one, it slowly creeps up and we don't realize it. That's
Yeah.
why psychologists call it anger management. There are psychologists trained to deal with people, help people manage their anger.
Mm.
It's a field which is very, very sought out, very, very well sought, very much sought out. And you pay as much as 200 US dollars for 15 minutes. As much as that. Anger.
And here on this program, on our personal development for entrepreneurs, you're getting it for free.
Thank you. Because, and the reason why we do it is because uh, you must be able to share this experience. You see, you can buy a book and read. You can go to a seminar and sit on it, go for a lecture. Yes, but experience, personal experience on this method called anger is priceless. It is priceless because I am sharing my experience of anger, and you, Ikhram, you're sharing your experience of anger in this program, which is very rare because none of what we are talking about is from the books. It's personally going through this.
Yeah. And I know for a fact, Venga, like after talking to you many times about your childhood and all, when you were a young boy, you were a very angry person.
Yes.
You could get angry easily.
Yes.
Can you tell us why? I mean, you would understand why do people get angry? Why were you angry as a young boy?
It actually, Ikram, it took me a while to realize my anger was coming from inside me. I was very angry inside me, like things I don't know. I don't know what it is when people tell me this or do this to me. I get angry. Why am I getting that anger? Always getting it, when people ask me, I don't know. I didn't realize that I did not attempt to understand that anger. That was my starting point. When the man who brought me up, okay, he taught me something I never forgot. Okay, he took a glass of water, put it on the floor. With no table and chair to sit down, Lana. You squat and you sit down. He put that water, okay, in a kind of a bottle and locked it, screwed it on, and left the water there. And he took it and then he opened the bottle, poured water, and he said, "You see this water?" He told me, "See this water? Do you think this water gets angry?" I said, "I don't think so. It's water. How can a water get angry? It's just water." So he stopped me and said, "You see, the way you say it, you're angry. I'm asking you this question. You get angry because you don't know what it is. You get angry. You get angry because you don't know it and you don't want to admit that you don't know it. That's why you get angry. That's why when people call you by name, you get angry because you don't know it." And the first lesson I learned was, I think the person that calls you by name don't even know it. But he just say it because he's saying a sound from his mouth. He's saying it. He said, "This water, for your information," he said to me at that time. Very difficult for me to understand that, Lana. "This water got memory." I said, "What?" He's a rickshaw puller, no? "This water got memory." I said, "Really?" "It remembers you. You don't remember the water. It's when you forget your own self, you become angry. But you remember yourself. When water gets angry, it runs in the river very, very fast, killing everything. But when it's calm, it is so beautiful." Very philosophical, right?
Yes.
I can explain to you. By the way, Ikhram, do you know?
Very deep.
Yes, but do you know, today, scientists have worked and found out that water has memory.
Yes.
That
Yes.
water is inside us, Ikram. 72 to 75% of water is inside us. Whenever we get angry, We are activating the water inside us. And that's why it floats all around. It goes around very quickly to calm us down. I got angry because of things I don't know. And that was the starting point for me. Later on in life, I learned it. That anger is inside me. It's nothing to do with the outside. I am 82 years old now. I can sit and give you a one-day lecture on anger because of my experience that I've gone through. The more I realize the anger is coming from me, then the moment I recognize that, my anger will slowly come down. Then later on, I realized that I am getting angry over nothing. Or why is this person better than me? Why am I born in this world? Why am I like this? Why is somebody else like that? Because I was comparing myself with other people. So that was anger. Even today, we say, I want to buy the same car as he has got. You are angry that he has got the car that you don't have. And so anger comes. You look at somebody else's wife who treats her husband very well, and you say, I wish I was married to the woman. You are angry that your wife is not like that person because you're comparing. And when you compare, you get angry. Everything comes to you because you are angry with yourself. That's why when you're angry with yourself, you also create disease, such as cancer and hypertension and what have you, all sorts of asthma, all that, because anger. That's why it's all inside you. You must recognize that you are the cause for that anger. How? The moment you recognize it, everything will change. Then you will be able to calm it down. And that's exactly what I did. This is not a theory. This is a fact. And anger doesn't come just like that. It comes over a period of time. Let us just say, no? Accidentally, you bit your tongue. You bit your tongue.
Yeah.
Painful. And after a few seconds or what, somebody close to you say something to you and you are angry. Happens or not?
Yes. Happens.
It happens, right? Because why? We have something has happened to us, and we don't know how to handle that, what has happened to us, and we use that on people that we are familiar with. We will not take it out of a stranger, but with people we know. See, this is another. We use our anger because it comes out from us, and we throw it at people who are very close to us, not even realizing that we are the cause of that anger. So let me just say this in a very simple way, Lana. You are angry because of you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are angry because of you. Recognize that. The moment you recognize that, your whole life will change. That changed my life. That changed my life completely. I'm 82 years old. And you know what? I can tell you, I have never, ever had a fist fight with any human in my 82 years of age. Never. Never. I've sat down, talked to people, negotiated with people, calmed their anger down as a small boy coming up. When people took a plate of noodle and threw at one of the staff, okay, I ran and stood in front of the person and put my hand like that and told him, please, so sorry. The boy made a mistake. I was a boy. The boy made a mistake. It is our mistake. please forgive me. Forgive us. What do you think the man did? Did he slap me on the right cheek and that cheek? No, he did not. He was taken aback that I, being what I am in color, okay, talking to a Chinese in his own language and telling that a mistake has been done by the boy because of the way he held the noodle. His, his dirty hand was on the noodle.
Ah, I see. I see.
That was a simple thing like that. I've been to that. So I'm telling you, the moment you realize the anger is coming from within you, you can suppress. You can don't suppress it. Find out why. Why are you getting angry? Usually, it is something that has happened before, maybe a few minutes ago, a few hours ago, something that happened, and it's still because what happened when you get angry is everything in your body is working against you. So let me ask you this question, Ikhram. When you get angry, you cannot think properly. Is that correct or not?
Correct. Yes.
When somebody whisks past you over the car and irritates you, you chase the fellow. Why are you chasing him? You're angry with yourself that he's driving a faster car than you, or is driving a better car than you. Why should you be angry? Because why? You're comparing yourself with another person. And this is our problem. Our problem is we compare ourselves with everything else except comparing ourselves with ourselves. Then you realize you know very little. That's why I always tell people, don't say you know, say you don't know. Then you'll be calmer. I have sat in conversation when people talk and talk and talk as if they know. In the end, I realized the person who talks actually don't know.
Yeah.
I was not going to stop the conversation. Let him be happy. Why not? I know how much he knows. Because from what he's saying. Okay? So that is to realize yourself. Okay? And you know what? I have sat at the funeral place when the body is lying there, and people talk to one another. They have conversation. They came for the funeral. They never talk about the man who's died or the woman that has died or talk about his life or what he did or what he did. They are talking about himself. And what do they talk about? They talk about themselves, how clever they are, how they were able to solve the problem and giving the world opinion and all that. Okay? Anger. When you start to give other people opinion, it's your anger. You're angry with what is happening. You want to show how you know, but actually you don't know. So you see, anger is manifested by ourselves. We create it. Like a small fire, we build it and it burns and burns and burns. Shout, comes up, ready to throw the ball.
I like what you said earlier. You said two things. First is you said that when you're angry, everything in your body works against you.
Yes.
And the other one was that anger causes a lot of disease, much disease that happens is because you get angry, which goes to show that the real victim of our anger is actually ourselves.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely, Ikhram. Ourselves. We ourselves are the problem of our own disease. We are the problem. And I hope, Ikhram, digressing a bit, that in this COVID period, that people have learned to make food themselves. I'm not saying don't eat out, but you are creating problem for yourself. You are. Why? You eat food outside. The people who sell the food outside are not interested to give you healthy food. They want to give you best tasting food, the cheapest food. This is the fact. All health condition is due to food also, your anger plus the food. So it is true that all disease that we have, from a headache to complex thing like cancer, is created by yourself. I know this myself. I know it. I've experienced it myself. All I'm sharing with you is this is it. To understand this, as I told you, anger starts from within us. This anger immediately attacks or goes into the area of memory. We have conscious memory, unconscious memory, with a whole lot of memories we have. Okay. But the memory as a human, the day you are born, you collect your own memory. You collect it yourself through your 5 senses. This is stored in a very specific area in your body called memory, my memory. The moment you get angry, the first thing that happens is immediately you search your memory record very quickly. And then reaction starts. That reaction is what we call emotion. And this memory, emotion, gives you the possibility of imagination, which you also have. Yes. So memory has all what we have done, our own emotions included. Okay? With that comes imagination. Then you grow wild. You don't even know what you're doing. This is a fact. This is not some theory. So the first thing to recognize is, hey, why am I getting angry? Why? Why am I getting angry? So what do? I immediately will sit down and say, why am I getting? I'll write it down. Why am I Venga, colon mark. Why am I getting angry? What is the anger? I define that anger. I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling that way. Like this, like that. Each one I put down. Yeah, but this is not real one. This is what you may have experienced. Why are you experiencing it now? May have happened to you like that. Why are you taking something that happened 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even yesterday? Why are you taking it now? How does it hurt you? By questioning myself, I come with the answer, actually, I am the one who's destroying myself. I am the one that has to calm down, understand my anger. If anger comes from within me, I must understand why I'm getting angry. Not what is in front of me, it is what's inside me.
Correct. Yeah.
Understand. And the only way you can understand is to project that image into a piece of paper, meaning you can either write it down. When you write it down, you will calm yourself down to look at why you are angry. What is the thing that has angered you? Otherwise, we take this anger directly into other people. And those whom we love the most are the people that get it first. And I'm telling you from my own experience. Okay, for instance, just an example, okay? You get a report card in school. You didn't do as well as the other person. Okay, you're very angry. The teacher is no good. They marked me wrong. You get all sorts of nonsense, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because why? You are comparing yours with somebody else, blaming it on somebody else. Anger wants, when we get angry, we blame everybody, including your father and mother. You get angry. See, anger can drive you. And that's why they say between sanity and insanity, the line is very thin.
Correct. Absolutely.
When you get angry, You become insane. You do things without realizing this should not be done. That's why the reptilian brain is coming out like an animal. I ask you to ask yourself, you go to your garden, put your leg there a little while, barefooted, you will see ants crawling up. But if you don't do anything, the ant won't bite you. The moment you vibrate, you get angry, the ant will bite you because you are disturbing the equilibrium of the ant vibration. Like a snake as an example. It doesn't want to bite you. You look at a snake, the snake look at you. The snake is as frightened as you are. The moment you show anger, it will retaliate. But if you're calm, it just go away. So anger provokes everything around us. And the people who get that anger is usually your very close friend, your wife, your children, and you with the left family. Those are the people that get your immediate reaction to anger.
Yep.
I hope that explains what anger is all about. It's inside you. It's small little thing will start that irritates you in the morning. For instance, getting up in the morning, you put an alarm at 6 o'clock, the alarm rings, you get angry, you wake up, but you get angry. Why the alarm come up? Then you want to beat up you beat the alarm. That's why they make alarm also. You do like that, so you can survive.
So Venga, okay, anger comes from within. From what you've been saying, it comes basically because we allow it to fester. It comes from memory, imagination, and then emotions all combined. It's a cauldron for anger. And one of the ways to recognize that anger is to write.
Yes.
Right. Actually sit down, right? Why am I angry?
Yes.
Right?
What is it I'm angry with?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I angry?
What happens after you become aware?
Yes. Aware. Become aware.
What happens? What is the result of becoming aware? Does it help to bring down the anger? Does it make you less angry?
Yes. Immediately what happens is your 5 senses will all shut down completely. You are seeing, you are hearing, you are smelling, you are tasting, you are touching. All that shuts down, brings it down to the lowest, which means all your memory data, okay, they slowly fold up and close. And then you come to your conscious level. When you come to the conscious level, it's very transparent. Meaning, this very moment, you become to realize that, hey, I'm thinking not rightly. It clarifies, clears, clarity, gives you some clarity. Okay? The more you write down, the more you talk about it, the clarity becomes even clearer. And when it's become clearer, then you are able to move forward to do what you need to do with confidence. Clarity and confidence gives you good result. When you're clear, okay, you can then what you have to do, you realize what you have to do, you'll do. That means you'll do it better. If you're not, if you're in an angry mode, it will vibrate a lot. And therefore you cannot see clearly. Your whole body will vibrate. You know, when you are nervous, you vibrate, right? When you're nervous, when you're anxious, the whole body is vibrating, right?
Mm.
Isn't it? Why? It's to save you from dying, you know that?
Oh.
The more you vibrate, yeah, of course. Somebody thinks it. It's vibrating because you want to be alive. Vibration keeps us going. But calm with vibration is what you're looking at. So when you sit down and write down, it gives you immediate clarity. All you got to write is the first sentence, and immediately you'll be calm.
Mm-hmm.
You become clear. I'm angry for no reason. Comes down further. But you must talk to yourself and write and understand your imaginary picture, the imagination that you got, all that will come down. I have been in very difficult situations, I can tell you. When I sit with people and talk to them, even though they're thumping the table and want to get up and beat me up and all that, but I will sit on my chair and never get up, making sure that my hand do not come up, but to talk to people. Why? What is the reason? Okay? Always, always realizing that I must not provoke the anger.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we provoke an anger, it becomes worse.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's also because of us. A policeman stops you, okay? And what do? Why are you stopping me? Would you ask like that?
Um, Depends. Depends. Yeah. If
Because,
I've been stopped unnecessarily, I might.
yes, correct, correct, correct. Because you think he's doing an unnecessary job. All the blocks that are happening in our country today. Many people think that block is not necessary. He's not doing his job. He's just trying to preserve what is known in an emergency situation. We all have to practice some form. People will practice some form of anger in order to prevent that from happening. The police are stationed there in order that you don't act violently or otherwise. Okay, so like that, Lana. So, but if you get angry, as I suggested just now, please, first thing you do, recognize that you're angry. Recognize that you don't understand anger. Recognize that you don't know why you are angry. So the writing part of it is immediately make you understand yourself that you're angry over nothing.
Venga, could you give us an example? Let's say I'm angry because of something someone said to me at work.
Yes.
So how do I do this? When I sit down to write, what am I supposed to write? Can you run us through that
Yes.
process?
The first question that you should write down is, why am I angry now?
Mm-hmm.
See, the word now, meaning now. I'm angry because that fella said something. What did he say? The word, write the word out. Oh, he said this. Don't trust, or something else that he said. It's what he said triggered you, and that trigger goes to your memory.
Mm-hmm.
Then ask yourself, hey, is this message is it real? No, it's not real. Then why am I thinking like that? Why? Why am I thinking like that? Why? This takes a certain amount of skill, which is what you must develop. Okay, and you can't do it overnight. It takes time, practice. That's why in the V planner, I created a place on the left-hand side of the daily schedule, to a page left to write down whenever you get angry, why are you angry? What can you do about it? These are simple things that you do. You don't need to go to anger management psychologist to deal with it. You can deal with it yourself. Most of the problem that happens, even at home between husband, wife, children, and family members and business members and business associates, is because of this anger. Because we I don't understand what you are telling me. When you are talking to me, some sound comes and triggers something else in my memory. And I'm seeing things very differently from what you are seeing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there is this misunderstanding.
Yep.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes.
So, Ikram, what happens is that because we don't understand ourselves, then we start to talk without thinking, and all sorts of things not related to this issue of anger comes into you.
Mm-hmm.
We are not sitting down to solve a problem or an issue. You will find in your experience as a person that a lot of complication that takes place is because of I don't understand, or it's not clear in my mind what you're saying to me and how I have understood it. And therefore, you get slightly irritated by that. That irritation triggers automatically something in your body that triggers your heart rate to go up, your tension to increase. All
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing is when I sit down and I start to, like, hey, why am I angry? What is causing this anger? Is it real? Three things, lah. That's all. Is it real? If it's not real, why am I angry? Why? Is it more than that? It's a series of questions you ask yourself. Each one of us must develop it. There is no cookbook, 2 teaspoons of that and half teaspoon of that and 4 spoons of that and 3 chili. No, you have to develop this yourself
Through practice.
through practice. There is no cookbook, no?
Mm-hmm.
Like management book is bloody nonsense. Okay, never mind. But okay, you have to develop that skill yourself because it's about you. How can I write a book about you? Can I?
No.
Cannot understand it. So the more you understand yourself, the more you will feel that. And then I use a simple, okay, am I reacting to this? If the answer is yes, why am I reacting like that? So I don't react, but I'll respond. What's the difference between two? He said, you're wrong. Oh, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it. May I ask you, when you said like that, what what do you mean? I don't understand, please. See, I respond. I don't react. Clarify what the person is asking.
Mm-hmm.
Salespeople must understand between response and reaction.
Yep.
Most salespeople fail because they react. They don't respond. They, they react because the customer is saying something that the customer doesn't know or saying about your product or service. Instead of responding, they react. Because the customer always compare your product with somebody else's product. You get angry. Cannot. See, actually, it's a simple thing, isn't it, Ikram?
Yes. It is. It is simple. I have one more. Venga, we have 5 more minutes. I just have one more question. Um, you know, a lot of times you get angry in situations like your car, someone, or you could be outside and getting angry, right? It happens at the spur of the moment. How do you write? Like when you're in the car, you
Okay.
can't. It's going to be difficult to sit down and write immediately.
Yes, very good. In a, let's say you are traveling in a car, you are moving, okay, and something is said in the car that irritates you. Okay? You can't simply put the brake and stop the car. That's dangerous, right? Okay. My advice to you is like this, very simple. That if you are with people and all that, is to practice a simple thing. And that is breathe. Breathing. Start to breathe in. Slow, but breathe in and breathe out. Concentrate on your breathing, that the air is going through your nostrils. By this process, you will calm your mind down because you're feeding more oxygen into your system. Because you are putting in more oxygen, long breathing, 3-4 times, just just keep driving, okay? Keep driving. For 2, 3, 4, 5 times, you will, don't react. See, when you react, you will say the wrong thing.
Respond.
Respond. I said, what did you say, dear, just now? I didn't understand what you have said just now. You are calm to absorb what she's saying. And all she said to you was, watch out, there is a car coming from your back. Because she had remarked it, you want to react, don't? Actually, most of the time, you get angry from people's voice or people say things. You're doing something, they're interrupting your thought process, and you have not understood it, you react. That reaction is the cause of problem, anger.
Okay.
Simple things, no?
Makes sense.
Right,
We've got 2 more minutes. Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, I'm saying this. The first thing that we all should do, like Ikhram, is to recognize that anger is self-made. You are the one that creates that anger within yourself. Look at all the racial problem we have in this globe, universe. It's because you feel inferior, you are being treated, you think that, no, what? I am a black fellow, I've been around the world, I never get angry with people when people call me black or disallow me to come and eat in a restaurant. It's happened to me. But I think it's a small, no issue. I know I'm better than you. I know. I don't want the world to know. See, your confidence must be very clear. Clarity gives you confidence. If you do not, you're not clear. That's why, you remember the water I told you, what I learned? Okay, you can be as calm as the water or as violent as the water. When water becomes very violent, it's a massive disaster, right?
Correct.
2004, wasn't it? Tsunami, remember? In Sumatra, right?
It hit, yeah, I think Sumatra.
Hit the whole world, the globe, right? Huh?
Even a little, we had a little bit of the effect in Penang as well.
Yes, exactly. Quite a bit of, okay, Thailand, all that. Okay? That is violent. Water can become violent. But if you don't treat the water well, okay, I can tell you, calmness, because 75% of your water, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
So anger is within you. What happens is immediately it goes into the water that we have. That's why sometimes an anger can go on for 30 minutes, sometimes for 1 day, as you said just now. You can, because you are allowing that to happen. Undo that by sitting down, writing it out loud. Simply write down what is the problem. You will know the answer yourself, how to deal with it.
Okay, we have come to the end of the episode. This has been really good, and the key takeaways is to become aware of why you're angry. Write down. You ran us through a short process on what to write and how to write, which is great. And I'd like the phrase that you've mentioned, which I hope everyone will take from this. Don't react, respond.
Yeah.
Fantastic, Dr. Venga. Thank you so much. Our next personal development for entrepreneurs is happening on April 7th. It's the first Wednesday of every month. And as usual, it'll be at 8 p.m. This is Ikhram with Dr. Venga. Good night, and thank you for joining us on this episode.